Hello, APG students. Today's library lesson is about the 4 factors of fair use. What rights to fair use do you have as a creator? As a warm-up, you can go into the digital compass linked here and play Hackathon. And you'll want to play with the character here called Hackerong. When you're done with that, it'll actually open up in a separate window. When you're done with that, you can close it up and come on back. The agenda for today's lesson is to learn the terms. What exactly do we mean by copyright, public domain, and fair use? And to identify the purpose of the 4 factors of fair use. Why do you need this legal protection? And practice applying fair use to a real-world example or two. Copyright means the legal protection that creators have over the things they create. Public domain is creative work that's not copyrighted and free to use without permission. Fair use is the ability to use copyrighted work without permission, but only in certain ways and specific situations. A couple of ways people have argued they should be allowed to use it include sampling or reworking a portion of a song or sound recording into a new composition, and collage, artwork made by piecing together different materials like photos, images, etc., including other artwork. Your homework, as ever, if you feel safe and comfortable, is to talk to your family. This time, practice critical thinking skills by looking at the news. Here are a couple of tools to help out with that. The first is the family activity, where you can read pairs of headlines and then talk about how the same story is expressed so very differently and how people might react differently to each headline. And the family tip sheet. 5 tips for critically analyzing any news that you're seeing. There's lots of news flying around right now that is not always totally accurate. Then when you're done with the do now and reading through all of this, go ahead and go up to the Fair Use tab, wait for the drop down, then go and select the drop down. And the independent portion of the lesson, you're going to watch a video on copyright and fair use. And then here's a tool to help you think about fair use. One memory tool is thinking about, is it fair and square, or does it cover the 4 components of fair use and the 4 common types of fair use? So the 4 points of fair use are using only a small amount, the purpose is educational or an original work that's deeply transformative, the nature of the original work is nonfiction or based on fact. That's always a really good one. And the effect is the new work does not deny the original creator any income and doesn't denigrate the value of the original work. The most common examples are schoolwork and education. For example, quoting copyrighted material in a paper you're writing, criticizing or commentary, news reporting, or comedy. Or if you're, John Oliver, all 3. So the review is just asking for you to remember things you might have seen in the video, put yourself in a situation as a creator and how it might feel if someone stole your work. What does that mean when someone steals work, a copyright infringement? Think about what is the least likely situation you could be protected by fair use. What are the 4 factors? Oh, they're right here, so that's easy. And think about why it might be tricky to apply fair use to copyrighted works. It's not super clear cut. And then if you feel up for it, bonus question, have you ever heard a song with a sample in it? Do you think sampling qualifies as an example of fair use? I'd be interested in your thoughts. At the bottom, there's a couple of extra bonus videos if you want to find out more about what a Creative Commons license is and understanding a little bit more about copyright and public domain. And finally, when in doubt, the safest choice if you want to use copyrighted work is to get permission from the author. And this means reaching out to them or emailing them or calling or writing a letter is the responsible thing to do, and you might be surprised by what they say. Most authors are pretty excited that people know about their work. But you can also follow the 4 factors of fair use. You're not going to email every single author for every single quote you're going to use for every single paper you write through the rest of middle school and high school. That's not manageable. But whether you claim fair use or not, you always give credit to the creator of the original work. Hello, citations. That's a different lesson. All right, I hope you're all keeping well. I miss you. Have a great day.